Cygnus is looking good tonight.
Yes, I am trying to make out the Veil Nebula. It is beautiful.
There are some other cool nebula to find in Cygnus also. Plus, Cygnus contains the famous X1 black hole.
We should be in for a night of good stargazing. But how are you going to see that black hole?
Hey, give a shout out to our sponsors, without whom we would not be here. Visit their websites and partake of their services and products. A big thank you to the Yukon Department of Tourism and Culture and Westmark Hotels, Westmark Whitehorse. Last month, we told you about Lyra. The big bright star in Lyra is Vega, which in 12,000 years will become the North Star. Vega is also part of what astronomers call the Summer Triangle. See if you can find it. Connect the stars Vega, Deneb, and Altair. All summer long, starting right after nightfall and moving across the night sky all night, you will find the Summer Triangle. The stars are so bright that you should be able to see them from anywhere. In dark sky areas, you will find that the Summer Triangle is on the plane of the Milky Way, looking like a river of stars flowing through the triangle. This month, we are going to tell you the story of three birds. The first is Cygnus. Just to the east of Lyra, you will find this majestic bird of the night sky, flying along the river of Milky Way stars.
Cygnus is Greek for swan. Many stories are associated with Cygnus. Some say it is Zeus himself disguised as a swan. Some say it is Orpheus transformed into a swan and placed in the sky next to his harp, Lyra. Another story says it is Cygnus transformed into a swan by Zeus so he could save his friend Phaeton, who is trapped at the bottom of a river. The Chinese say it is the Magpie Bridge. The gods of heaven separated two lovers, Xu and Ni Yu Lang, because a fairy and a mortal were not allowed to be together. The goddess placed them on opposite shores on the great Milky Way River. But once a year, the magpies get together and build a bridge over the great Milky Way so that the lovers can be together once again.
As you can see, Cygnus looks like a giant swan with Deneb as its head and its wings outstretched. Deneb is a blue-white supergiant, 1,400 light-years away from us. Do you know how Polaris is the North Star on Earth? Well, Deneb is the North Star on Mars. Sometimes Cygnus is referred to as the Northern Cross because it looks like a cross. There are several deep space objects to explore in Cygnus. M29 and M39 are open clusters. NGC 7000 is the North American Nebula. It looks like North America, doesn't it? Right near the North American Nebula, only 1,500 light-years from it, is the Pelican Nebula, IC 5070. A diffuse nebula where stars are being born. NGC 6888 is the Crescent Nebula. Then there is the huge long nebula known as the Veil Nebula. It is so big that it is made up of 5 NGC numbers: 6960, 6962, 6979, 6992, and 6995. It is the large, faint remnants of a supernova. The best way of viewing it is to use an eyepiece of at least 1 degree field of view and a nebula filter, like an O3 filter. In 1964, a huge X-ray source was found in Cygnus. Dubbed X1, it is believed that it is caused by a black hole. South of Cygnus, you will find another bird, Aquila.
Aquila is the eagle. In Greek mythology, Aquila carried Zeus's thunderbolts. The big bright star is Altair, named by the Arabs meaning flying eagle or vulture. Both the Babylonians and the Sumerians also called Altair the eagle star.
There are some clusters to be found in Aquila, along with some faint nebula. Altair is only 16.8 light-years from Earth and rotates every 9 hours, which causes the star to be short and squat with a large equator. For those of you in the southern hemisphere, you will find the third bird in our story, Pavo. You will find Pavo south of Sagittarius and Telescopium.
Pavo means peacock. See its beautiful tail feathers? Because it is so far south, the ancient Greeks never saw it. It was not named until explorers saw it in the 16th century. But there is still a Greek story associated with it. It is said that the peacock was Hera's sacred bird, and that she would fly across the sky in a chariot pulled by peacocks.
The large star at the top of the head of Pavo is actually called Peacock. 2 galaxies in Pavo are colliding, NGC 6872 and IC 4970. NGC 6872 is one of the largest spiral galaxies known at almost 380,000 light-years across. And if you think 2 colliding galaxies are something, Pavo tops itself with 3 colliding galaxies, IC 4687, 4689, and 4686. There are also a few more galaxies and some star clusters to be found in Pavo.
Mercury will be visible in the east just before sunrise, during the first part of the month, sinking lower into the sky each morning until it is below the horizon by mid-month.
Venus will be nice and bright, visible in the evening sky every night.
Mars will be visible in the morning before sunrise all month long, moving through Gemini.
Jupiter will be in the eastern morning sky also before sunrise in Gemini.
Saturn is visible just after sunset in the west. It can be found between Libra and Virgo.
Uranus will be visible from dark till dawn in the constellation Pisces.
And Neptune will be visible all night in the constellation Aquarius.
New moon is August 6th, and full moon is August 21st. So check out the birds of the night sky. Cygnus for you in the northern hemisphere, and Pavo for you in the southern hemisphere, and Aquila just north of the equator. I'm going to pry velocity off the scope now so I can do some viewing.
We need another scope.
Until next time, happy stargazing!